Hey everybody, happy Saturday. It's not a nice day outside. It's only in the 40s, kind of raining a little bit. We kind of need the rain though, so it's not all that bad. I want to do a quick little video because I decided to do an redesign of the way that I do my labeling system. So as a result of having so many of these seedlings, I've tried a couple things. So initially, when I got started, I took a piece of paper, wrote some Sharpie on the paper, and then basically packing taped it to the side of the pot. And I found out that, trial and error, rain got inside of there. That didn't work very well. So next I went out and I got these, I'll show you, little plastic stake things off of Amazon. These are relatively cheap and they do okay. I used permanent marker, Sharpie. I used the marker that it came with. And I think our harsh UV here in northern Texas just eats away at it. So I got a couple, you can tell that it just had been outside. They just lose their color. And because I have so many seedlings, I kind of have to pay attention. Otherwise, I'm just going to start having unknown sables. And that's just not, I can't sell unknown sables. That's not cool. I don't like being unorganized. So instead of having to go around and consistently update these things and fix them, I decided to try something else. So I thought, what can I do that would be reasonably easy and I wouldn't have to relabel constantly and just make life a little bit easier. So what I did was I went out and bought, I'll show you on Amazon, a bunch of packs of these things, just regular labels, plastic garden labels, but they don't have anything on them. It's just color. So I went on my spreadsheet that I have all my inventory and I just color-coded what each one is. And I hope that through the year, over the heat and the sun and everything else, these will hold up substantially better. And the interesting thing is, while I was doing this, I knew I had a lot of sables. I got a lot of seeds. I knew that because I planted all these. But the one thing I realized was, or I didn't realize actually, was how many of some of the things I have. So I had my boys help me out, put some of these labels in here to make this a little bit easier so I don't have to go here and go over all these individually. So the one thing I noticed is that I have a ton of Louisianas. I probably have close to 150 to 200, both local ones here in Little Elm and then a couple others that are throughout the country. So I have a metric ton of Louisianas, and I'm going to have a lot of these to be able to sell here soon. They're approaching year 2, or they're on year 2 rather, sorry. The other thing I noticed was I didn't have as many of the Birminghams as I wanted. I have about 39 or a little over 40. I ran out of labels, in fact, actually. I have a bunch of Black Burniana, a metric ton of Black Burniana, probably close to 100, which I didn't even realize that. And the other thing, I have a bunch of Miamiensis as well. So I'll show you kind of what some of these look like and see what you think of my labeling system. So this is easy. If I get somebody locally who wants to come in and get something, I can ask one of my many helpers over here to go and grab a seedling, give them a color. Even the 3-year-old should be able to go and find a color. But they're pretty easy to see, easy to spot, kind of like how these look. But the red ones are Louisiana, so you can tell I have just a lot of these. It's not even funny how many of these I have. And it's interesting too, as they begin to grow, you can start to see the differences of how they grow and how thick they are and kind of what they do. So I'm going to profile each of these so I can document and everyone can see what these look like as they get older. And we'll go from there. So I'd love to hear what everybody else who's got quantity, what you guys do for labeling, and how you make your life easier so that you don't have to deal with all the faded labels and coming back out in the greenhouse or the garden 2-3 months later after the sun has been on everything and realizing that you're now missing, you have no idea what something is. So would love to hear what you guys do. Comment, subscribe, like, do all that stuff. Love to hear about it.